actually in the cruise ship, but I didn't know apparently that there is nice restaurant in the fifth deck, and I mean the MSC ship, and it's the MSC very ship. But I think what has been interesting about this whole journey has been that I'm learning I'm learning new things every time, every day. So we started off in Greece, in Troyes, then we went to Izmir, which is the port city in Italy, the Republic of Turkey, and then we went to Istanbul. So far, it has been my favorite. And the cool thing about that experience in Istanbul was that we toured the mosque. I also read a little bit more about Turkey, which was quite surprising that it's actually in the top four most visited countries in the world, receiving about 60 million tourists in a year. So that's really remarkable. And touring the European side of Turkey, because Turkey's Istanbul is a city that is more like a gateway, right, between Asia and Europe in a way, because there is the Asian side of Istanbul, which we didn't tour, but we did tour the European side of Istanbul, the mosque, the Great Bazaar, and even um, other places like the fortress where the Ottoman Empire, it was kind of like they were the sultans where they would actually live. So I thought that was really interesting. So now we are heading to Corfu, which is an island in one of the islands that are under the administrative jurisdiction of Greece. So right now, for the past 1 day and almost a half, we've been in the sea, in the Mediterranean Sea, all the way from Istanbul, Turkey. Now we are in approaching. I think this is Greece. When I last checked, it was Greece. So this is the inside part of the cruise ship that we are, MSC Lyrica. It's really nice, I would say. Um, I think it is a mix, a blend of luxury and also comfort. But what was very interesting, I'm gonna do a video that is more extensive about the experience, some of the things that we didn't know that I ended up, learning. But I think the cool thing is that it's beautiful. It is a beautiful aesthetic, I would say aesthetics. The stuff are very nice, at least so far, and it's it's cool. Like you can see here, right? This is just the inside, right? And you can tell that probably you won't tell that I'm in the ocean, right? But this is it, guys. Make sure you subscribe, you follow me here on Streetwise Economics, and make sure that this channel grows. The purpose of me taking this trip is just learn about, money, culture, the countries that I visit. Most of you, I trade and I invest in the US market. And the beautiful thing is that if you have access to internet, I can trade pretty much from anywhere. Unfortunately, the internet here was not quite stable, and therefore I'm not trading. Also, I wanted to just have time to relax with family and, and to just relax, right? Like this. So I thought I would just, do a quick live and share with you guys some of the experiences that I am, you know, going through here. I will do a longer video, not a longer, but I will summarize after I go to Corfu, which is an island here in Greece that is under the administrative authority of Greece, and just to see. go to the villages, the culture, the economy, the banking sector, the ports, and more importantly, you know, just have the experience of, of, of just, you know, being in that island that, from what I gather, there's over 100,000 people. And in 2024, from what I saw, um, the total output in terms of the value from that island was 100, over 100 million euros. So that's a big contribution to the Greek economy, which is actually uh, big. And you will see that if you look at the contribution of tourism, from what I researched for Greece, it's from 15 to 31%. That is including the direct and indirect impact, economic impact of tourism. So when I say the indirect impact, you see, as a tourist, I come, I pay for the hotel, I can pay for the food. That's direct, right? But you see that probably some people might do some contributions that are really not. Uh, let's say, for example, I'm just trying to think of an indirect contribution. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But the point is, like, when we are talking of direct or the direct buying and selling of the products or the services, um, and indirect could be maybe I come here, I visit, and then I fall in love with the place, I have skills, and then I come and probably then I decide to stay in that particular area. I mean, I'm just making things. And how are you guys? I am recording live from the Mediterranean Sea. You can see right here, I'm in the cruise ship. It's a very luxurious ship. You can see this is the fifth deck. And let me know where you are watching from. But I'm really enjoying this experience because, well, it's an environment where I'm meeting people from different parts of the world, right? But also, what has been interesting is the experience of, I traveled from Greece prayers and then Izmir and Istanbul. I was really blown away, guys. It was really cool. Hi, how are you? Hello, how are you guys doing? Thank you for getting out with me here. I am approaching Corfu, which is an administrative island that is under the Greek administrative authority. So we had the whole day, sea day, like we're traveling in the sea. We slept in the sea all the way from Istanbul, right? And the Republic of Turkey. And now I think we are approaching Greece. And hello, hello, how are you? Good. Yeah, I'm doing. You had a good sleep. You wanna say hello to my audience? You wanna say hello to my audience? Sure. I, I made a friend here, my European
Hey,
friend. She's from
hey,
Germany.
Angelika. Yes.
Hello, how are you? So
I hope you're all well on the other side there, whoever's listening.
I hope so.
Yeah.
How has been your experience here?
Mine has been wonderful. My friend is still sick, but I have a great time and
Oh,
I go on entry day today
yes.
on Corfu.
Yeah. Apparently, I didn't know that there's a restaurant here. Yeah, like for breakfast and
Yes.
lunch. So because that one
Oh,
up
you
there,
always go
yeah,
upstairs.
it tends to
No,
be
I always
congested.
eat dinner down there,
You
but
didn't tell me,
yeah.
my friend. You
Yes, don't
probably
you
didn't
know?
know. Yeah.
But I also went had breakfast there this morning. It
Oh,
is the same food as upstairs, but it's nice. It's
yeah.
good.
It's
You
it's
have the coffee
calm.
poured.
Oh
It's not
God,
like a restaurant. It's not a
she's
buffet.
having.
So
We are having a good time, guys.
yes, I
And
do.
my
I
friend
let
here, she
let you
loves.
know
She
too.
was telling me she loves traveling. And how many
Hmm.
countries have you been to so far?
51. I
51
actually keep
countries. Eh?
count.
Can you imagine? She has been to 51 countries. I think probably for me right now I have been to for sure more than 15
Yeah.
countries.
Mm.
And so you're 51. Wow, how many countries do we have in the world? I think over.
120 or so.
120.
About, yeah.
But there are some countries that
I will not make it to see all of them, I'm sure, but
you
somewhat.
never say never. But I think for me, I would not go to certain countries. I will not
Yes,
mention their names.
some countries are not
But
safe, some
yeah,
countries are
I mean
in
that's
bad
what
shape.
the
Yes,
mainstream media tells us.
yes, yes.
But I think for me, the interesting part has been to just explore with an open mind. You know, when I
Yeah.
went to
Hmm.
Istanbul, when we went to the Galata port, I could see that this was something else. I was really impressed. Not to talk about the history. You went to
Hmm.
the mosque. I saw you in the mosque.
Yeah, and the
I
blue
don't think
moss.
you saw me
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
you
blue
told me.
mosque.
I didn't see you.
Yes.
Maybe we were talking to
And the
tires.
Grand Bazaar
Hmm.
as well. It was awesome, like the European
Yeah.
side of.
It's interesting to see the Grand Bazaar, which is the historic way of shopping, and then see Galataport, which is basically a Western style shopping mall, a very nice,
Yeah, yes,
so different way of doing commerce, and both is I guess as a tourist you end up going to the Grand Bazaar or to the Spice
yes,
Bazaar, but I think if I lived there as a Turkish person, would I would probably go to the modern mall and go to the actual stores and not to the little stores
exactly.
to buy my clothes.
Exactly. I think for me the interesting part was to be the unexpected aspect of like, wow,
Hmm.
Istanbul is this developed, the European
Yes.
side at least where we toured. And the infrastructure, the bus system, you know, we were in
Oh yeah,
Zurich.
he took the tram back and forth.
Yes.
It all goes
And I
very
was like,
well.
wow,
It's organized. It's clean. It feels safe.
yes,
People talk to you on the street,
very
sometimes to sell
nicely.
you things, but they are not pushy. They are not like,
Yes.
get
Buy
away
this
from it.
now.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. Now it's almost like because I live on Crete so much,
Yes.
going to Corfu is just another Greek island, so I feel
Oh,
very. It's almost like going home
you're
in between
connected
for a day.
to
Yeah.
it in a special way.
Yeah, yeah. But I've always heard Corfu is regarded the garden island of Greece,
Yes.
so it's much greener than Crete. It gets more rain, and
Yeah.
so maybe in December it won't be so noticeable. But I'm curious to
And
see
what
it.
is the history? Like I was just researching, and what is the history behind like Corfu? From what I saw, it's an economy. It's one of the island that is under the administrative authority of the Greek,
Hmm.
and it is I think over 101,000 people. And
Hmm.
also in terms of the contribution to the economy, the GDP, as an economist, I like to see the numbers, right?
Yeah,
The output in
I
terms
do.
of the service and the goods that came out mostly from the ports, the banking sector around the port area. It was worth more than 100 million euros
Uh-huh.
in 2024, I think, according to the World Bank. So it plays a big
It's
part.
oversized for what is, but it is one of the most visited islands. Like when I speak,
Probably, do you mind? I think people will hear. Okay, yeah, just to be sure.
okay,
Say hello and
hello,
make sure you
hello.
subscribe. You
I'm
follow.
not sure.
That's
There we
okay.
go. Now it's my yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's one of the most visited islands. Like when I talk to
Mhm.
American friends, they all have heard of Santorini for the
Yeah.
sunset,
Oh,
and
Santorini, I've heard.
and almost everybody has also heard of Corfu. So it's one
Yes.
where lots of tourists come and cruise ship and wealthier tourists. So I'm
Yes.
sure that must be a big part, but I I have not looked at numbers of the banking,
Yeah,
so I
I
don't know
looked at
what the
the
deal is
numbers.
there.
For me as an economist, I like numbers, right? To put things into perspective. But for me, the most interesting thing was that it actually contributes in a big way, like it's such a small area by
Hmm.
land size, but it's creating, output that is valued at about 100 million euros, like in
Yeah,
2024.
yeah, that's a
I,
lot for a small
yeah,
island. Yeah.
yeah, and even, like the Greek economy is about 15.
Stick in my ear,
Oh,
sorry.
okay. So they say like tourism is a big part, like 31%
Yeah. Mm.
of the Greek economy is actually from tourism.
Tourist related, yeah.
I didn't know if
Yeah.
you include the direct and indirect impact. But so you're looking at between 13% to 30%. So that's a massive contribution.
And lots of Germans going there, I tell you.
Why?
Very well, because they like, okay, there's two reasons. One is it's the warmth, the climate, which is so
Mm.
much nicer.
Yeah.
But then Italy and Greece also, Germans have an almost romantic connection to it. It goes
Oh.
back to the Enlightenment in the 18th century when the
Yeah.
first people like our national poet Goethe would go
Mm.
to, people would go to Italy and Greek and study the antiquities because
Okay.
antique Greece was like
Yeah.
the model where modern Europe wanted to model itself in terms of
Oh.
art and all that.
Yeah.
And so there was early tourism, of course, much fewer richer people who had the time
Yeah.
and the money to do that. But it kind of left this desire in many people's mind that,
Mm-hmm.
oh, at some point you want to go to Greece and Italy. So these are main destinations still. Of course, now people can take an airplane and go
Yes.
to the South Pacific and have nice beaches there too. But there's also the whole connection to the history that people
So
find.
I'm also looking forward to going to Bari. Is there
Hmm.
anything that you can in particular share with me that I should look out? By the way, we book it for the X stations, so we'll be going to the X
Yeah,
stations in
to
Kofu
do, yeah.
and Bari.
In
So I'm
Bali
looking forward
too.
to that.
You do the Alberto Bello excursion or the city excursion?
I think both.
Both. Oh wow,
I
ambitious.
think 5 hours
Hmm.
or so,
Hmm.
but we'll
So
go with
the
different.
city, I mean, with limited time excursions always nice, but
Mhm.
it's very walkable. It's a lot of small streets.
Yeah,
It's not very large
expansive
area.
and yeah.
Look out, there's the main church. I'm sure they tell you is dedicated to Saint Nicholas, and
Mm.
this Saint Nicholas is the historic role model figure for Santa Claus. He
Oh,
was a bishop who actually came from North Africa,
oh,
and he came as bishop to, well, ancient Bari to
yeah,
be the shepherd of the community, and he
yeah,
was supposed to be this very charitable person
yeah.
who would give money to unmarried young girls from
Really?
poor families so they could have a dowry
Yeah.
and could be married,
You are so kind.
and this is kind of the original story about presents being given for Christmas. So
Oh,
Christmas, of course, normally is about the birth of Jesus, but this
yes.
whole thing about the gift giving comes
Yeah, giving,
from
yeah,
the
it's a
Santa
big deal.
Claus, from the Saint Nicholas, and so
Oh,
the relic, his mummified body is in the church. You can see it all, and there's a
oh.
big statue, and so that's a big draw for people. And it's just a very nice Italian town, otherwise lots of roads. It's just in the streets.
Hmm.
I like it.
And I think probably we'll do another one, God willing, at some point to
Hmm.
go to Rome. Like there's a
Yes,
lot of
yes,
history,
yes,
right?
yes. And bring some time because Rome is big and there's a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
And then maybe also the Vatican as well.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah,
what I like about Rome is my outside of my hometown. I'm biased. Is
yeah.
my favorite city because
Really?
the it's got a real history there.
Yeah.
And there's other beautiful places in Italy, like lots of people go to Florence. But in
Florence,
Florence,
I read a lot about
I had
Florence.
the feeling in the summer when you're at the main square and look
Yeah.
at the Duomo, you have to look around to find any Italians. There's so much
Really, there are so
so
many
much
tourists.
tourist groups and Rome has of course has many tourists, but Rome is
Yeah.
big. It swallows them all up. Rome has been there for 2,000 years and it just shrugs. Some other people coming and going, the eternal
Ah,
city. It really has this feeling and I like it for that.
oh,
It's its own.
that's beautiful. Like
Mm.
I think what I'm gonna ask you, probably, hopefully I'm not in a rush, is so from traveling to over, you said 50 countries,
51 now.
51
I'm
countries.
on this
She has
website
traveled to
called
51.
Trupulse
Yes.
that lets you add like all your
Yeah.
destinations and then you can check.
What can you say is something special about traveling? She has traveled to 51 countries now. And what has been that something? If you are joining us, guys, make sure you subscribe. We are cruising in the Mediterranean. It's Mediterranean Sea, right?
Yes.
And we are going to
Actually, by now we might already be in the Adriatic Sea because,
Adriatic Sea
yeah,
now,
yeah, we
right?
go from the Mediterranean
Yeah.
and this one long arm going up is the Adriatic Sea. So I think we are already in this country. You're not fine. I'm sorry, this is not,
No,
not
that's okay.
sticking with me.
Yeah, yeah. But what would you say is the greatest benefit of you traveling around
Yeah.
different places? What have you learned? What can you say is like the greatest benefit of your travel
Oh,
history?
wow, that's a big philosophical question. I'm mostly driven really by curiosity.
Okay.
And I guess I like meeting people. I like meeting people with different perspectives.
Yes.
And I think when you look over your own fence,
Yeah.
it widens your horizon.
Yeah.
And I'm just also in awe of beautiful landscapes and all that
Yes.
too. But mostly I like to travel a lot by myself and just with
Interesting.
simple transport like taking the train and taking buses because this is the way you meet the people of the country. When
Yes.
you go with a group and you're in a fully climatized bus and
Yes.
you have a nice guide, you see the sights, but you do not actually talk to regular people. And
Yes.
so I like to do a lot of just simple traveling
Yes.
and be able to stay. So a cruise is really an exception for me. I mean, this
Yeah.
is kind of it's a nice way to get to places because I like to see. Um, but otherwise, when I get off here in Bari, I take the Flixbus again and I go to
Yeah.
Bologna and stay there a little
And
bit.
this.
Take
Okay.
take it back.
Yeah, okay,
Just
it's
don't
okay.
want to be in my
I
ear.
think that's okay. And the good thing also is that I think at the end of the day, you are very comfortable in you traveling alone, but you read a lot, so much that because you showed me the guide.
Yeah,
Because one
yeah.
challenge is like if you are someone who is just traveling and you don't have internet connection, chances are high that you can get lost easily,
Mm.
and you may have no clue. You see, I noticed that in this cruise, no offense, there are a lot of Italian people
Yes,
that I
yes.
saw, and they don't understand English. Most of them, the ones that I talk to.
Mm.
So you can imagine you are
Yeah,
lost.
no.
You're trying
Yeah,
to communicate,
yeah.
and then what do you do? You have no. So it's very important to
Yeah,
have that.
I am I am German in this regard.
Okay.
You know,
Mm.
people always say Germans are organizers, and there's
Yeah.
some truth in this. Not everybody, of
Yeah.
course, but
Yeah.
I do like to look up things before I go to a
Yes. To
place. I do
research.
not need to plan it down to the minute. That would be boring. But I
Mhm.
would like to have a look before it. Oh, what is the city map of Istanbul?
Yes.
On what side is the mosque actually as compared to where the harbor is? And
So you
so
that
I
you have
like
an
to have
idea.
a rough picture of where I'm actually going,
Yes.
and also, you know, finding things like these walking tours. I ended up not
Mm.
doing all the points of the walking tour, but I had some suggestions of what should I look for, where should
Yes.
I go, and then if I get sidetracked because oh there's something nice in the street and I miss out something that's not so bad. But I
Hmm.
like to have some preparation. So but that's different. My the friend I'm traveling with, she's like, oh, I've been to islands where we didn't even know the name. We just got off because the ferry stopped there, and it took us days to find out where we were. And she's happy with this, and
Yeah.
I'm
People are
not. I
different.
want to know. So people are different. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good. I think this was a nice impromptu conversation.
Yeah.
So,
Hi, friends. Yeah.
yes,
Like,
it's
no
on
need
my
to talk
yeah
more.
yeah it's my YouTube channel,
That's
Streetwise
what I
Economics.
thought. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
saw it, did you?
No, no, you told me
Oh
that you
yeah,
had
yeah,
fun. I haven't seen it
yeah.
yet. Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's okay. We are just going to get ready because we want to head out as soon as the ship lands,
Yes. Me
so
too.
that we can explore. Thank you so much, my friend.
Thank
I will
you.
see you around.
See you around.
Okay, thank you again. Hello and greetings. I think now we are in the Adriatic Sea. I am in the sea, and you can see here it's beautiful. It's 9:43 a.m. Local time, and that's cool. It's been really a great experience, honestly. So, guys, I wanted to just share with you guys some of the experience that I'm having here. There's gonna be some music. The guests are enjoying, and you see, it's a whole city. A cruise ship is like a whole city that is floating on the ocean. Can you imagine? Subscribe, make sure you follow me, and we check out some exciting content on my YouTube channel and my website as well. I mostly talk about investing, trading, and travel finance. So I'm gonna do detailed videos of my experiences here in the country that I will be I will have traveled to. And I started off in Greece, passed through Turkey, Izmir, Istanbul, and we toured the European side of Istanbul. And now we are going to Corfu, and then we do Bari, and go back to Greece and explore Greece a little bit more, the land of mathematicians, the land of um, uh, philosophers. So uh, thank you guys. Later. All right. Bye bye for